Nigel, a disappointing afternoon. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? I think it's important for me to think about how we move forward from here in terms of developing our collective deficiency, which is really about rectifying days when I just sense a bit of collective, a passive mood, and players we've got players who are playing a lot of games, but they're fit enough to play a lot of games, and we just didn't we didn't take the game enough to QPR and make them work hard enough. And I think I look at the second half where we've actually used all our substitutes to deal with our problems in the first half, and I actually thought we had a very honest performance in the second half where at least we caused them and asked some questions of them. But I think the biggest disappointment would be to make the observation that we let the game pass us by, and that's really not something that I think we should be identified with. I think if we're going to create an identity as a team and as a club that is very, very positive, it has to be driven by how we perform. And today, we just didn't start well enough. Our midfield were unable to bring any real positivity both in and out of possession. So it makes it more difficult. And of course, when you can see goals which we've not really worked or made QPR work hard enough to score, you're in for a tough afternoon. But I don't like a sort of passive feel. And at the end of the day, look, this is my team. It reflects on me, so I don't like that. I want us to try and create a collective winning mentality, which allows us to win games where we're not at our best. Now, I'm not suggesting, of course, that players go out and underperform on purpose, but I think really we need to learn from this experience quickly. I really don't want us to finish the season with with the feeling that we are not looking to improve, and so it will be about making adjustments and continue to set standards that I think are right for us. Like I say, we all have responsibility, and I want to see players individually accepting responsibility, but more importantly, to have this collective drive to make things happen.
You were forced into changes with Adam and Zach coming off. Firstly, are they okay? And secondly, what kind of disruption did that cause you?
Well, I was going to make a couple of substitutions anyway, and I don't like doing that early in the game. But I want to give players a chance to get into the game. But we were just, we were overrun, and that's disappointing because the same players have put together 3 really positive performances. It's a frustrating situation, not just for myself and the staff, but for the players as well. This is not a blame game. This is a recognition that things didn't occur the way that we wanted for them to occur during the game. And of course, picking up injuries in the fashion that we have really does put us in quite a thin situation in terms of availability. But look, as Sam Pearson showed when he went on, and Antoine as well, they brought some real positivity to the team, and I won't be afraid of doing that.
Sam Pearson, a 19-year-old, tough environment to make his debut for 55 minutes, but a very proud day for him and his family.
Very much so. Look, and the circumstances for a youngster like to go on in the situation that we had, not easy. I thought he showed an understanding of how we needed to work hard to stay in the game. He showed good game understanding and some real flashes of ability as well. So, yeah, he can be proud of his efforts today, but of course we don't like to lose games.
We've got a week ahead of Birmingham, plus an under-23s game on Tuesday when you'll have some players back. There's plenty to work on next week, isn't there?
There is. I don't want, though, to... I have to be careful that the temptation of players coming back because we've had a poor result today, it puts them under added pressure. I don't want that. As I've said before, I want players to come back and stay back. The challenge this week is to see which players we'll have available for next week, and also the players who have had a difficult day themselves on a personal level. We need to respond, and really, so the negativity from today will be, from a personal perspective, will be dealt with as quickly as possible, and then it's about how we find the answers for next week. That's how I work.